one. Happy New Year!
Honey, it's the 90s, remember? Microchips, microwaves, faxes, air phones.
Wake up and smell the 90s.
Count.
Get ready for a surprise!
You can't let him run around. He knows too much.
Come on, Uncle Phil, this is the 90s, man.
Man, it's the 90s! It's hammer time! Come on!
Oh, come on, Brenda. It's the 90s, for God's sake. I can be anything I want to be. It's the 90s. This is the 90s, Finn. Witches are women.
You guys give up? Or you're thirsty for more?
Does your girlfriend have a girlfriend?
It's the 90s.
Not in the 90s, Austin.
What are you, nuts? This is the 90s. We're gonna sue you.
All you had to do was ask. Super Mario Bros. 3 from Nintendo. Now you play with power.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So yes, it's 1990. This year is a year where Total Recall got released. My favorite movie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, was released to theaters. And this was also a year where we got some games. So I had to really try to figure out what we had. I had to go back to my home videos to figure out some of the stuff. But it was easy for 1989. It was a little bit harder for 1990 because I don't know, we just didn't record as much. And the only thing I do have video evidence of what we did have was at Christmas time, which I'll show here in a minute. So I had to kind of fill in the gaps for the other ones. Here's the first one we have. I think this is my dad's game, which makes more sense than anything. He loved those old fishing shows. He loved fishing. That's all he liked to do. In fact, we have an autograph signing by this guy. Future me that's editing this video, I couldn't find the autograph picture, but I did find this. This is us when we were younger. Yeah, that's the famous fisherman. I don't know who that is, but that's us being taken. My dad took that with us, with that guy. So yeah. So I know we had the picture because my dad liked the guy. But other than that, I don't know. Because he just loved fishing. And I remember playing this game a lot. And I had to get this one because to remember my dad for. And that is the Black Bass. Yeah, this is my dad's game. He kind of like, I mean, he really loved fishing at the time. I remember going out on his boat a lot. But in terms of its game, this is like his game. And I only got it I just wanted to show you guys real quick. I didn't play much of it because I'm not into like video game fishing. I'm more into actual fishing if I ever do it. But yeah, just got this for just strictly nostalgia. Never really beat it. I don't know really how to beat this game. Oops, glare. But I don't really know how to beat this game. But other than that, it's cool novelty from my past, and that's why I bought it here today. All right, so yeah, like I said, I don't remember what we got for our birthdays. I do know we did get stuff. I just don't remember. I have no video evidence of that time, or at least none I can think of. So I'm just taking a guess or a shot at it, and I think the first game. Because I remember this, I think the first game my brother actually got, I think maybe it was for his birthday or not, was The Legend of Zelda. Now, I remember this game so well because I remember seeing that red lettering of Zelda, and I was like always wondering what the heck this was, and I always remember that very, very, very first screen when you start up playing Legend of Zelda, and that very first, where you get the wooden swords. I remember that so well, and it's like engraved in my head so much, so I know we had it. But when I finally was like, you know what? People love this game. People have such great memories of this game. I'm going to give this game a try. So I sat down and played it, and most people would call it, like, I remember somebody talking about it saying like playing it now is more like a scavenger hunt. Like you have a treasure map, and that because it's been played so much and everybody knows the secrets in and out, you'll hold like a treasure map. You get like you can search it for it online, but you can have like basically a map of all the items you can get and going doing that. And you know what? I could see that being so much more like you're on an adventure trying to find the treasures to stop the person. And more so than you just exploring. I couldn't be able to do this if I was able to just explore. I'm not really good with 8-bit style graphics in terms of like knowing where things are. So having people already played it and finding the things online, it was actually a lot more enjoyable and a lot more fun in that way of being like a treasure map style of just finding like the master. Well, it's not called that at the time, but the master sword, certain bombs, certain rupees, and all that stuff. And I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I'm surprised at how good this one holds up. Far more than, I think both Super Mario Brothers and this one, which makes sense, but they totally hold up. I think you could still play this kind of game, even if you're a young kid and wanting to know the history of if you're a big Nintendo fan, you want to play some of the old classic. This one totally holds up. If I was able to sit down and play this, and I'm not a big 8-bit guy, yeah, this one is a classic. Like, it is an honorary 100%, and everyone I think would agree with me. This is a classic of a classic. Like they have classic movies. This is a classic video game that I think you've got to play. I enjoyed it. I love the music in it. I love the just the way you have to go find. I just loved everything about it, and I truly see why people love the franchise so much because of this game. This one started it all, and truly one of my favorites. And I beat this game, so this earns me a spin to the wheel. So there you go. Yeah, fun game. Moving on to another fun, not so fun game. Okay, this game is not fun, which is interesting. I think because I was so much younger at the time. I don't think my parents knew what to really get for me. There wasn't really any like Ghostbuster games out or whatever, and I think they were trying to get that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, but I don't think they were able to find it anywhere. So what was in the Sears catalog was this game here. This is Mickey Mousecapade. Hey, if you're a big Disney fan and you want to play some of the Disney classics, hey, this is one of them. It's very easy. I don't know. Well, I don't know about that. To me, like I said, I'm not really good with 8-bit games, so trying to find secrets in a game that looks flat, like I'll show you where I got stuck when I try to play it. It's right here in the forest area, and I just had to I basically said screw it. I'm gonna use a Game Genie, infinite lives, and I'm just gonna beat it. I wasn't really in the mood to play this one. I remember it so well from my past, and it was so nice to see, playing that first stage and kind of going like, oh yeah, I remember this. But other than that, it's not for me. It's just not for me. I don't know what else to really say other than that, and then it's just not for me. I was able to beat it, but I used the Game Genie to do so. So that does require a half spin, but I was able to do it. Put that right there. And that's what I can remember from that time period. I don't really know what else we got until we got to Christmas, and then I was able to see what else we got. And this is my brother's game, what he got for Christmas. I was able to see it on the video. He held it up to the camera, so I was like, oh yes, I know that one. And I played it, and I sure as heck remembered it, and that is Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle. Also, of course, I do remember it from when James Rolfe from AVGN, he reviewed it. I also remembered it there, but seeing it on the camera and going like, oh yeah, we played that. I was able to find me a copy and played it myself, and it's okay. It's a decent game. It's not as good as well, actually, I would say it's better than the Mickey Mouse one. I will say that if we're gonna go for this year, it wasn't bad. I like how some of the puzzles were done, but that music gets really old really quick. I'm probably gonna hear that in my sleep more so than anything for the next couple of weeks. But you know, the puzzles did get a little bit more challenging, but they all felt like, you know, nothing was too hard. And even if it was, you know, you had that passcode or password system to where you just pick back up and go right back into again. And by doing that, I was able to beat this game. It was interesting though, because I looked it up online and they said there was like 99 levels. So I was like, oh god, okay, now I know why there's a password system. And I go and I play, and I think about around 65 or 66 level, I got the ending out of nowhere. And I guess turns out that those level, like, I guess from that onward is like glitches or glitch systems or whatever. Like you could play like in a glitch style area, and I'm like, why would I want to do that? So around 66 you beat the game. Level 66 you're able to beat the game, and that's what I did. Overall score, I mean, I don't even know why I'm doing a scoring system. I haven't done it with all these other ones. It's okay. It's an okay game. There's like a whole series about it. I'm not gonna go after this series. I've just got this one. It's okay, and I was able to beat it, so that was pretty cool. So chalk up one more spin on the wheel. Okay, for some odd reason, during the 80s, there was some sort of like resurgence of the Three Stooges, and I guess because like 3 episodes from the Stooges' early shorts were public domain, so people were trying to capitalize on that, and because of that, my grandfather loved the Three Stooges. And I remember as a kid watching it and laughing at some of this hilarity. So my parents thought, oh, well, he likes the Three Stooges, then we'll get him this. And this is the game I got, and it's the Three Stooges by Activision. Look, if you are a huge Three Stooges fan, and I'm a Three Stooges fan, this is not... It's okay. I mean, I think the only reason this game exists is because of that sudden boom in like Three Stooges nostalgia, and people were just, you know, like that stuff. I think that's the only reason why they were just capitalizing on that, and that's why this game got made. Oh, and I think everyone talks about it when they make a review of this game. It does a pretty good, hilarious twist at the beginning. I always thought that was the coolest thing, how it kind of like breaks the fourth wall with the whole Ghostbuster 2 deal. That was pretty clever. I thought that was nice little jab there. But anyways, the premise of the game is that you are the Three Stooges, and you stumble upon an orphanage, and you have to raise money for the orphanage to stay afloat by, I guess, like mobsters or by people that are bank was foreclosing on the game, foreclosing on the house, and as a Three Stooges, you go and you do odd jobs to earn money so that way you can save the orphanage. It kind of does resemble a Three Stooges short, an episode. And so what you do is that you do odd jobs, you know, like you do like this kind of like this randomizer to do the odd jobs, and like you could do a boxing one, a trivia quiz one, a slapping one, what was the other one? Oh yeah, you got to get like these oysters, and they're all based off of like an event that happened in an old Three Stooges short, and it's clever. I will say that it's a clever way of doing it. It wasn't like it was just trying to do a quick cash grab. It wasn't trying to do that. It was being clever on making the game resemble shorts of the past. So they're trying to recreate that, and I like their ambition when they were trying to do that. But man, with that 8-bit sound of hearing Hearing Curly not get his stupid frickin' oyster was a fucking nightmare. Anyways, other than that, I mean, another hard part was the stupid violin thing. That was kind of frustrating. I was able to get some of the quiz things, but all in all, when you play it, you know, you get 3 different endings, depending on how good you got your money. You can either get a bad ending, a good ending, or the best ending. I think the bad ending is just like of course, the orphanage gets, you know, sold to a bank, or I couldn't remember what it was. Oh yeah, oh my god, I forgot about this. There's one hospital scene. There was a hospital one. I forgot about that one. Sorry, just randomly popped in my head. Anyway, so you get the bad ending. You know, I guess you lose the house. The good ending is that you do get to keep the house. You get the money to be able to pay off the debt for the house. But like the best ending is that you get to pay off the house, and the Three Stooges marry the sister, marry the girl, the daughters of the lady who owns the orphanage. You know, like a typical Three Stooges, you know, short of the time. I tried my hardest. I got pretty good at the randomizer picking things, but you know, I could only get, and there might be guys who are like really good at this, and I tried my hardest because I actually quite enjoyed some of the funny things. I got really good at the violin part. I got really good at that part. Other than that, I couldn't get the best ending. I tried my hardest. I didn't really want to go and use the Game Genie for this, but I got the best, good ending. I might sit down and try to do the best ending one day. Other than that, you know, did I beat it? Technically, I did. I got a good ending. Anyways, I think I beat it. It's an interesting title. I only have it because I remember it from my past. Other than that, probably wouldn't have kept it, but it's a very, very good concept. And with that, we got ourselves 3 spins to choose from the wheel. And let's try out what we get in the year 1999. Here we go. Well, okay, so if you don't know from the last episode, I got this game here, Blaster Master. And with that, I decided to, if I land on it, I'm starting to notice that this thing seemed to always land on these 2 spots. But either which way, I wasn't able to finish this game. I wasn't in the mindset to play this game. So I put this on the wheel to trade the game, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to trade this game for another game, which I'll have at the end of this video, which one I'm going to pick from the pile I have over here. But yes, we got a game to trade. Put that over to the side. But that counts as one of my spins. So we're done with that. All right, here we go. Another spin. Okay, I'm starting to noticing something odd about this wheel. I feel like it might be offset because it seems like I'm always landing on either spin again or the catalog section. Let's see if we're going to spin it again and see if it lands again in the same area. I feel like it's going to. Let's do this. That's a good one. I swear if it does. Do not hit spin again. Do not hit catalog. Do not do the bad game double dare. So alright, we're gonna get double dare for our next game. Alright, there we go. That is a spin. Down. Alright. We got one more spin to do. The golden cart with a golden spin. What do I want here? Please land on something good. We got Excite Bike, Donkey Kong, 1942, Tetris. Just one of them. Maybe catalog. Just one of them. We got a golden spin from the golden cart. Come on, guys. Let's hope we get that one. Here we go. I'm spinning it good here. Come on, come on, come on. Woo-hoo-hoo! We got Tetris. All right. I've been wanting to play that one. Heck yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'll put my games up and see what we picked. All right, we are back, and we got our 3 games right here. Now I traded. So the first one was a trade game. It's a Sunsoft game for another Sunsoft game. This one right here, it is Batman. I don't remember if we had this as a kid. I loved Batman at the time, but I don't remember if we ever had the game. I wonder if I play this, it might jog my memory again. But other than that, we got this here. I heard it's really hard. We will see. I can't wait to get to that and try that one out. Hopefully so. Hopefully it's a decent game. Maybe we'll see. Anyways, moving on to the next one, we got Tetris. Been eyeing that one for a long time to try out and playing it here for you guys. And the next one is, which I know we already know this is going to be a good game. Can't wait to talk about that one. The next one here though is the supposed I put on here as the bad game. I don't know if it's really bad or not. We're about to find out. It's based off that popular show from, did it start in the 80s or did it start in the 90s? It doesn't really matter. It's predominantly remembered in the 90s, and that here is Double Dare. That's what we got here. So, with that being said, we got our 3 games. We'll give ourselves, I'm not going to say a couple days now, I'm going to say a couple of weeks, and we'll come back here when it's all said and done and talk to you about the games I played. So, we're going to transition to that time frame now. Alright, didn't take as long as I thought it would. But yeah, I got done playing these 3 games, and some interesting things happened. So let's get started with the first one. Get this out of the way. I sat down and played Tetris. So yeah, the first one I played here is Tetris. Everybody knows Tetris. I think there's now documentaries about Tetris. There's even a movie, I think on Apple TV now about Tetris. Coming into play here in the States. But Tetris seems to be unanimous with Nintendo, especially during that time. I played this version, and everyone knows this one is a bit different from the TmnT, or I can't remember that company's name, but yeah, this one's fun. It's a classic Tetris game. I don't really know much else to say, but I'm so glad to have played a game in my long list of games I haven't played before. This is one of them I haven't played before. Totally see why this holds up. It's a great game. And yeah, I mean, there's not much really else to say, about Tetris. It's still holds up to this. Oh, glare. Still holds up to this day. I kind of want to find the what is that company's name? Anyways, this company's version of Tetris, see what that one's like. I think probably the only way I'm going to be able to play that one is through an emulator. I think that's the only way I can. But yeah, there's not much I can really say about this one. I'm really glad to have finally played this one. It is a great game, and not much else to really say on that one. So yeah. All right. So why did I not have? Why did I get done quicker than the last one? Well, it's basically because of these 2 games here. So yeah, I played Batman. The next one we're going to talk about is Batman. I sat down and played it, and let me tell you, it sucker was tough. Maybe I should have just stuck with Blaster Master. I don't know, but this game was difficult. I decided to use the Game Genie for infinite lives, so I could just play it and oh boy, I couldn't beat it. Let's just put it this way: when you get to the end where you have to face off Joker, it is difficult. I don't know what else to really say other than it's flat out difficult. And the thing about the infinite lives is that once you're dead, the level just starts over. You don't just drop back in and play again. Like some games where you can be able to chip away at the person's life when you respawn. This one, it just starts the whole level again, and you have to start all over again, and that was brutal. So I don't think I'm ever gonna beat the Joker. I don't think that's ever gonna be possible. But I will say this game was really surprisingly good for being a movie tie-in game. The music was really, really good. The graphics were, I loved how the atmosphere of the graphics looked, especially for the very first stage, the dark atmosphere of Gotham. But anyways, yes, it is a very fun game. Boy, I don't know what else to say other than if you are a person that beat the Joker on this game, I tip my hat to you. That last fight was just it was brutal. I don't know what else to say other than it was just brutal. Maybe there's a way to do it, like there's a combination I don't know, like a pattern that you can be able to follow, but other than that, I just wasn't able to beat it. Don't know what else to say other than that. But yeah. But good game. Glad to have it to my collection. So that's pretty neat. All right, moving on to the last one. So here we are. We got Double Dare, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to play it. I tried everything to get this game working, and it didn't work. I tried the classic blowing into it. I tried the classic cleaning it. I gave it the finger. I threw it across the room. Nothing worked. I took it apart and clean. Like I did everything that I possibly could. I looked inside, and everything looked fine. But whatever I could do, whether it be the NES top loader or the Retron 5, it just wouldn't read it. So unfortunately, I just didn't play it. And the game, I decided to do this. Okay, instead of doing a trade, since this game didn't work, I didn't want to do the wheel again thing to waste a spin. So I was like, well, since the game just didn't, like, I couldn't get it to work at all, I decided to just swap it out for something, and that's what I did. You know, why not? So I swapped it out for this one, and I played 1942. But there's a reason why I wanted to play 1942. Long ago, on my mom's side, my grandfather, I never really got along with him. The only thing we bonded was the Three Stooges that I talked about earlier. And he had this little handheld right next to his basically his ashtray of this like Tiger Electronics 1942. If I can find it online, I'll show it here. But you know, I always loved playing that when I went over there. It always reminded me of him. And when I saw this 1942, I was like, you know what? I remember that handheld. I remember him, so I decided to get that and play that because of him, basically. And yeah, it's the regular, like, they call them shoot 'em ups. You know, you're basically fighting in, like, I think it's in 1942, World War II, but in more arcade style. And yeah, it was fun. You know, it's that early arcade style type thing, so you didn't have as many bullet hell style shooters and whatnot. But you know, it definitely it's a very long game. It repeats itself. I love how when it's just like, for some odd reason, just kept doing this beeping noise after a while. I could never figure that one out. Maybe there's a reason why for that. That got a little annoying, so I just put it on mute and just listened to some music. And I was just enjoying the blasting down planes and whatnot. And it was very enjoyable. It was a good, like, if you just want to kill some time, just don't think about anything, shut off your brain kind of gameplay. That's what 1942 is, and that's kind of why I got it. It's just a classic shoot 'em up. So, and just like I said, it reminded me of my grandfather. He I think he fought in World War II, so I think that's why he really liked that game, I guess. So anyways, that's why I got this one. That's why I added to it, and I'm glad to add this one to my collection because of that. So yep, that's pretty much it to what I got. I don't know, we might try this one later down the line. I'll see what I could do. I don't know, but other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it for today's episode. We'll see what we can do. I'm gonna add some more stuff, different stuff to the wheel. I'm also gonna try to do a theory for this wheel thing, figure out maybe there is something wrong with it, work out the kinks for this thing. But other than that, that's it for today's episode, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. And before I forget, I'm going to play a little bit of this Pogs to figure out how to do that. So anyways, I hope you all have a good one. I'll see you all on the next one. Y'all take care. Okay, here we go. Son of a...